And the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1
touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll look to throw here. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in 1 uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And it's caught. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Three and a half to go, first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 carries, 73 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. He'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 19 yards away. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make the score 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second and 1. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That one goes for 8 yards. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one
intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now a toss play, Allen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice gain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 35-yard line.
Now Allen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A yard all they need, but it's third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Home from 19 yards out.
And the Aviators are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Going to go ahead and use the... Timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. Allen here on the screen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They go play action here on first down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw.
There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Olave holds it in.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Aviators have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a carry for Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw. Past the boundary, and it's fourth.
With history there defensively.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
2nd and 3. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Austin's offense ready to go again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Second and 10.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here's second and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here we go, first and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
And they'll run it here.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aviators answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Giants now down by 4, a minute 15 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Allen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awful.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
They'll look to throw.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Back to throw. To Allen on the dump off. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Here comes 2nd down.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And they will take a knee here. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because